New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg underscored that evacuation orders have been put into place in the low-lying areas of Manhattan, of the city of New York. He's talking about the Coney Island, Manhattan Beach, all Rockaways, Staten Island. He also reemphasized that 7 p.m. subways will be closed, 9 p.m. public transit in the form of buses will also end. He also said, as an added deterrent, heat and hot water will be shut off in those low-lying areas, also known as Zone A. That's that map that you saw a little bit earlier. And the Staten Island Ferry will stop at 8 p.m. So the mayor underscoring he really wants people to take heed and evacuate if they are in that Zone A area. And pets are permitted for residents who go to these evacuation centers, so there is a lot of incentive in which to meet the needs of the city, all those being underscored by the New York mayor. We're going to check in with our Chad Myers momentarily, too. You were listening to that press conference, and we both were like, public schools have been closed. Sandbags are being distributed. So an awful lot is taking place, and as it pertains to the race to the White House, Governor Romney had some expected rallies that were planned for Virginia. That's been canceled. He's now moved on, he and his running mate Paul Ryan, to the state of Ohio. But guess what? In Ohio, there may be a whole lot of snow in which to contend with while folks on the East Coast are dealing with wind and rain. So let's get a better view of this big storm now kind of threatening a good portion of the East Coast. Our Chad Myers with me now. So, Chad, we're talking about these preemptive declarations of states of emergency.
Sure.
And in large part, to really send a serious message to people that you don't need to be complacent. Yes, the Category 1, but really anything can happen with this storm.
It also gives authorities and the police and the fire some specific extra ability to move people if they need to. Like where our Sandra Endo is on Seaside Beach. She's not going to be there for the storm. And neither will anybody else, because that's mandatory evacuation. Yeah. All 38 islands, all barrier islands, you have to be off because the water is going to wash over the island. It may wash under your home if it's on stilts, that's great. But, we saw some of our live shots, one from Kill Devil Hills. The center of this storm is still 300 miles from Kill Devil Hills. It's still 500 miles from Ocean City. It's 500 miles from Annapolis.
Wow.
And so the wind field is so enormous. From about 250 miles from the center and out, you're going to have 50 to 60 mile per hour gusts. Both sides, north and south, as the storm drives itself either into Long Island, into New Jersey, or possibly down toward the Delmarva. It's still 36 hours out, and there are models all the way from hitting Ocean City with an eye to all the way up into New York Harbor with the eye. And so that's why this cone is still a little bit left and right. At least a couple, 300 miles still wobble left and right, and that's what you get at 36 hours.
And because it's so slow moving, it too means that this storm is very ominous and threatening, and that's why you're talking about this kind of water, whether it's the storm surge in collaboration with the rainfall, could cause some real problems of flooding.
There's a tremendous low pressure with this, 951 millibars. There's enough pressure with this, enough low pressure to cause a Cat 2 or Cat 3 hurricane. But there's no eye. There's not a big eye, so we don't have those type of winds. Now, I know we're waiting for Mayor Bloomberg.
In fact, I understand he just walked into the room right now,
great.
So let's go straight to New York City and hear New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg as he assembles folks there and getting in position to inform everybody of the kind of preparations to take place.
Lydia Callis, our signer for the day. Thank you very much. We are here at the evacuation shelter at Seward Park High School, one of the 76 evacuation shelters located in public schools around the city. There are already more than 90 people here who've evacuated from homes in Zone A, and there are hundreds more in shelters across the city. First, I want to thank those for taking quick action to ensure their own safety and to make it easier for the rest of us. I want to thank all the people here working. They are volunteers and doing a phenomenal job. And I'd like to give everybody a little more of an update on the city's preparations for Hurricane Sandy right now. The forecast for a large and dangerous storm surge is the same as it was this morning.